Hey guys, this is Tara with Kittens, Weights, and Tarot, and today I'm bringing you a deck review of the old calendar playing cards. I saw this in my local like woo-woo shop, and they weren't quite sure like what the cards were. They were like, oh, but you know, we have a few of them, so we're just kind of selling them. And so this is the outside box, and you know they are playing cards, but what I like is that there is a different old photograph on each of the cards, which is pretty cool. So this is the outside of the box, and it is made in China. And here we have the back. It says, the beauties dressing in Chinese styled long gown and fashionable clothes in the 20s and 30s made the popular time of calendar pictures, so calendar was usually called beauty's calendar. Though many years, calendar leaves the deepest impression for people to recall Shanghai, where it was in the 30s and 40s of the last century, and as the witness with the gradual urbanization and globalization of Shanghai citizens' life in recent years. Imagining the females living in this city at this time, the slim figure dressing in the styled long gown gently and slowly occurs in your mind, as if a delicate archaized a letter with thin lilac background printed in the white paper, which is a kind of maiden-like color and covers many flavors. At present, since people in our country who specially collect calendar are many, it has become popular, costly museum piece and uneasy to search. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this deck. HCG Poker. Okay, so if I take it out, it actually has a nice plastic case to keep your cards nice and pristine. So I usually like to travel with it just in this case when I throw it in my purse, which is pretty awesome sauce. So let's go ahead and it's a nice, you know, plastic container. If we look at this card, yeah. I know it's all in Chinese, but it tells you like the name of the picture on each of the cards. So it says there's 54 images for the playing cards, and there is a 5,000 limited quantity. But yeah, these are kind of all the names of like the people connected to those cards, not the people in the cards, but like artists and contributors and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. Okay, here are the backs of the cards, and it has all these beautiful women's faces. So like it says, from the 20s and 30s on into the 40s. Just looking at that gorgeous face there. So yes, it is your standard playing card size, and it has a somewhat of a sheen to it, but it's not really that glossy. It almost has a somewhat linen finish to it, sort of. It does have a textured finish. Maybe it's not linen, but it is a textured finish. And the cards are relatively thick, but nice and bendy, so they got a nice flexibility to them. Okay, so let's go ahead and flip these over. Okay, so in the quarters, obviously you have your suit and your number, but what I like is that for whatever reason at the time, you know, from the 20s through the 30s, with everybody being, you know, because I do have some Chinese friends, and of course, you know, my Chinese mom, Dr. Wang, you know, people were very conservative, you know, at the time, as it still is somewhat of a conservative culture. And so it was considered kind of risque in these pictures, and I did show Dr. Wang these pictures, but they were considered like almost like girly girl pictures. So here you have a young mom and her son, but I guess that's risque. And what's interesting is, you know, I have traveled to China. I've been to Shanghai. I've been to Beijing. Yes, some of these are on their sides, and I must say that there is some nudity in these, so If you are offended, go ahead and skip along, or if you're under the age of 18, please skip along. Yeah, so I've been to Shanghai, I've been to Beijing, I've been to Suzhou and Hangzhou. I've been kind of all over. I was along the Great Wall. And I did find a lot of, in the places we went, there were women that were still, dressed in the old style of, Mandarin collar and long, slim dresses. And they would have their musical instrument, and sometimes they'd be playing the harp or something. But yeah, they were just kind of like the entertainment, kind of wherever we were. And some people, are dressed more traditionally. Some people are dressed more modern. As we got into some of the poorer parts of town, like in Hangzhou or sometimes even Suzhou, I would see more and more of what you would think of, when you think of China. The more of the stereotypical China. I love the colors. They're muted, antique, pastels. Some of the coloring is very soft. So I use these kind of like tarot / oracle cards. I kind of use the, if this was, let's say, the Knight of Swords, but I'd also kind of look at the picture and I would take into account, let's say, the Knight of Swords, or sometimes people even see the Jack as a page, and I also look at this as an oracle, and then I kind of put 2 and 2 together. This happens to be one of my favorite pictures. My Nana, my dad's mother, she had an affinity for everything like Mandarin and Chinese, and her husband was Filipino, but she really liked just that part of the world. So interesting looking at the faces, sometimes very reserved poses, but just the smirks and the looks. It's just, the artwork is fantastic. This one obviously more 40s. This is on its side. This is on its side as well. All right, so I'm going to give these a bit of a shuffle so you can see how they shuffle. I found this in the local shop. I haven't really gone looking for this online, so I don't know how hard it is to find it. I haven't checked eBay, I haven't checked Amazon, so that might be something that you guys might want to look into. I'm going to place this off to the side for right now so that I can do a basic 3-card spread so you can see what it looks like aesthetically. If you ever get this deck, or maybe you just love looking at gorgeous pictures, which is why I like putting out these videos. I love images, I love pictures, color, art, all of that. So I hope you at least enjoy that portion of the video. Okay, so I'm not asking a question. Again, this is just for aesthetic purposes. So there you go. That's what the old calendar would look like, all laid out. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any comments or questions, place that in the comment section below. And yeah, if you would like a reading with me, know that you can do that by clicking on the information box down below, and there's information on my website, my Etsy shop, on my social media. If you want to be homies on social media, I love all the wonderful people that I have met on there. And yeah, so that's it from me, spiritual homies. So I will catch you later. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out.